I have always loved games. So, I thought what better way to celebrate my 30th birthday than to gather my friends and family together to play one of my favorite games, Werewolf. Werewolf is a social game that tasks players with being assigned into one of two factions, villager or werewolf. What is your name?
Abigail Poston.
Caroline Gonzalez.
Faith Daniels.
Ryan Watson. Cody Smith.
Kaylee Campbell.
Spell your first and last name.
AllisonCole.
And what's your name?
I just spelled it.
Can you not read?
Each round as night falls, the werewolves will secretly vote for one villager to be eaten. As the night passes, other players will have the opportunity to potentially utilize their own secret powers as they gain insight into just who they can trust and just who might be trying to turn them into a midnight snack.
My name is Taylor.
Hayden Stark.
Taylor Knight.
Mark, and my last name's Hill. Corbin Darnell.
Megan Knight.
Jamie Tice.
Okay, how many times have you played Werewolf?
None.
As the sun rises, the villagers will vote to banish someone they find to be suspicious in hopes of ridding their small town of the werewolves amongst them. Can you spell your first and last name?
Yes. Oh, you want me to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Laurenbooth. Lauren Booth.
Kimberly Hill.
Preston.
Timothy Brown.
Dillon Poston.
Candace Toohey.
My name is Lindsay Herdman.
The villagers win if they banish all werewolves. The werewolves win if the total amount of werewolves equal the villagers still in the game. Only once that person has been banished will the village learn the truth of that player's role and find out which faction is one step closer to victory. Okay, Megan, can I have you put your name tag on your pants so it's really out of frame?
Is this out of frame?
Yes, that's perfect. Okay, so don't open the box until I tell you to.
What's in the box? Sorry.
How many times have you played Werewolf?
I have played a handful of times, maybe twice.
I've played it a few times, like a long time ago.
At least 15.
I have no idea.
Give me a number.
I mean, I would say well over 20 times probably.
0.
What's your strategy going to Werewolf?
Trust no one. Make everyone else believe me.
Very good.
I think I'm just gonna start out just kind of like quiet in the background, just kind of examine what's going on.
Pretty much just come out swinging anytime if I'm a villager or a werewolf.
I think kind of overall lay low at the beginning. I don't want to draw like too much attention to myself either way. And then, answering back with questions, be like, why are you accusing me?
I'm gonna watch other people and try to learn the game as I go.
I'm going to have you pick up that box and
Okay.
put it on your lap. In just a few moments, I'm going to have you open up that box and your role that you're playing as is going to be inside. And then I'm going to ask you if you are a werewolf. And whether or not you are, you just need to deny.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Hold on. Let me stop the laughter. I am ready.
You can open your box. Are you a werewolf?
No.
Are you a werewolf?
No.
You seem to be asking a lot of questions. Are you sure you're not the werewolf?
I am the moderator of the game, so I get to ask questions. Are you sure you're not a werewolf?
I'm positive.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a werewolf?
Nope. Sure not.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I'm not a werewolf.
I'd be having a lot more fun if I was.
There's no tail. No hair.
Kim, are you a werewolf? What are you?
I can't tell you that.
Suspicious!
Yeah.
Suspicious!
You can watch the game and see.
What actually are you?
Not the werewolf. I'm just kidding. No. I am the bodyguard. My goal is to save as many people as possible and ultimately identify through conversation who werewolves are.
What are you?
A villager.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What is your strategy being a villager?
To get all the werewolves.
Preston, what is going to be your strategy as a villager?
Gain trust and I do my thing.
I'm the seer.
What is going to be your strategy as the seer?
Ask first and foremost if Dillon is a werewolf.
Allison, are you a werewolf?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Because I know the role that you're a werewolf. What's your strategy as a werewolf?
Kill everyone.
Very good.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining me today. I am so excited to play this game and to create a love letter to a game that I really, really enjoy. And so I appreciate you all being here today. So, with that, everyone, go to sleep. We have 7 werewolves who are secretly hiding amongst your pleasant village. Each night these beasts walk amongst your alleyways and lurk in the shadows as they wait to snatch up their unsuspecting victim. Werewolves, wake up. Werewolves, select your target.
Kill everyone.
Werewolves, go to sleep. Nothing can stop the werewolves, unless you're the bodyguard. Every night after the werewolves select their prey, the bodyguard secretly selects one player to protect from the werewolves. Bodyguard, go to sleep. Next comes the seer, who wanders the town looking into the dreams of villagers. Once per night, the seer is granted with the ability to gaze upon a villager and secretly find out if that player is
Seer?
or is not a werewolf.
Wake up.
Once the seer has completed their turn, the village wakes up. The next morning, they discover the aftermath of the previous night's werewolf attack.
Good morning, everyone. How did you all sleep? In the middle of the night, there was a tragedy. The werewolves did strike. And this morning, the villagers awoke to find Megan.
Someone's gotta go first.
Okay, Megan, come up here, please.
I knew this was gonna happen.
I forgot you could.
I knew who did it. I know.
Will you please reveal what your role was?
I was the seer.
She was the seer. I'm sorry.
Revenge is coming.
That's really bad.
Megan,
Yes,
remind me of your role.
I was the seer.
How did you do?
I didn't get to see anybody, really. I was killed first.
You did find out information, though.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Because I asked about Abigail before I died.
It was this woman right here. She's been acting.
He's been after me since we got here.
She's been acting sus.
He wants to kill me.
Ever since. Literally ever since
And
we
guess
had
what?
our
It was
meeting.
always the husband that did that.
No. She has been claiming that she's the seer all day.
I did hear a blindfold. I'm sorry, but I did over this
I too
direction.
heard the blindfold.
I believed it was Dillon, but
Oh.
It's fine.
And Dillon also referred to a we.
We's the villagers. What are you talking about?
I can't.
I vote Dillon. I vote Abigail.
Anyone else want to put Dillon on trial?
Yeah.
Oh, Dillon!
With 3 declarations against him, Dillon is at risk of banishment this round.
The only thing I can say to defend myself is that I am a villager, but you're not going to believe me anyway. But this woman is my wife. I live with her. I know her. This woman is a werewolf. You're going to banish me, and I'm going to be an outcast, and that's fine. But you're going to see that I'm a villager, and whenever you do banish me, please vote for this woman because she is a werewolf.
Now, the risk of banishment does come with great power. Dillon will now select who he would like to see plead their case to the village.
Abigail.
Abigail, will you please join me up here?
I'd love to.
Abigail, you have 30 seconds.
This is too obvious. He's been trying to do this since literally we walked here to try and say I was a werewolf, try and put me on trial, try and kill me, essentially. Husband always did it.
That's all. Nope, no rebuttal. Okay. So Abigail and Dillon, you are both up for banishment. So now it has come to the village to decide.
In the bags attached to your chairs, you'll find 2 items, a jewel and a stone.
If you are voting to banish Dillon, you will have a jewel in your hand. If you are voting to banish Abigail, you will have a stone in your hand. 3, 2, 1, reveal. And Dillon?
Look at all those lovely jewels.
I'm sorry, but you have been banished. Abigail, you can go sit back down.
100%.
Dillon was a villager. I'm sorry, Dillon. You're banished.
My strategy as a villager is to be provocative.
Abigail was kind of the first person to throw accusations out there, and in a bigger game like this, I feel like people will just kind of go along with what the first person says.
Everyone, go to sleep.
I have played Werewolf hundreds of times.
Hundreds?
Mm-hmm.
That's been the biggest number so far.
Because I played it growing up as a kid, probably like for years. I'm only like 20. I'm kidding, I'm not. But yeah.
Already lying.
So let's say at least 100.
I've noticed being too loud gets you out, but being too quiet also gets you out. So you have to maintain like a nice middle ground and pick your spots of where you want to talk or say something or kind of interject. I'm going to kind of play the field just a little bit, pick my spots, and kind of see who gets ganged up first.
And going into Werewolf, what is your strategy?
My strategy is to kill Dillon. And that's all that matters.
Typically it's to lay low, but I fail to do that a lot of times because I'm like to be outspoken and get, say my piece sometimes. But I think with this group, because I don't know anybody, I just want to like back off a little bit from there, depending what my role is, to go and start making proper accusations or werewolf, cutting some throats,
Werewolves, wake up. Werewolves, go to sleep.
Bodyguard, wake up. Bodyguard, go to sleep. Everyone, wake up. I am sorry to report that in the middle of the night, there was another tragedy. Mark, I'm sorry. Will you please reveal what you were?
I was a humble villager.
Do you feel like you learned anything about yourself? I didn't play enough. I think I learned something about the game that when you're playing with newer people, I think they immediately just go to whoever's being vocal because it's easy.
Okay, so Mark was just killed.
Very vulnerable right now.
I feel weirdly suspicious of Faith because she was really concerned about the noise she would make taking her mask off.
That's like a great observation. That's a great observation.
I still.
That's it. Do with that what you will. Like for the record, I said it because of that. I was like, he wasn't a werewolf, and we went kind of off this accusation that we heard this mask direction thing. And I feel very strongly that it is Abigail. And I'm inserting myself in the narrative now, so I'm just the type that gets accused of being a werewolf. So I accept it. I'll go home to my kids if you vote me off, but let me say this. The first person being a friend of Abigail's, I know few people in this group, and there are a small group that I know are pals. And to choose your pal and then be the seer, that's risky. Secondly, it didn't happen, and it did not happen. He did not get chosen as the person to go up on trial until this guy jumps in and agrees with her on doing.
Cody is the werewolf?
I think they're both in cahoots because they know each other.
How many times have you played werewolf?
This is my first time.
Oh, what are you thinking going into it?
I have no idea what's going on, but I hope to win already. I already want to win. That's what I'm thinking.
You are going to try and convince me that you're not a werewolf.
Okay.
Okay?
Got it.
Okay, you can see what your role is.
You don't look into these eyes and think, villager.
Are you a werewolf?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, are you though?
Super sure.
Are you-
Villager. Villager.
I think two people jumping in and winning because they know each other's identity is not far-fetched.
I mean, she's making a lot of valid points.
I'm just here to play, man.
She's playing to win.
Just
Like,
a
you can
humble
tell.
villager who
Yeah,
does
like
not
a
want to
werewolf
be
would.
I mean,
And I didn't hear her.
I was hell. If you were a villager, if you were a werewolf, you'd play to win. Either way.
Did you hear anything on the side?
Right.
I heard like noises, but that's it.
Noises there, but not next to you.
Oh, I heard noise like I feel like everyone.
Jamie?
Yeah, there was a lot of...
Jamie, what do you think?
Now you're sus.
Don't do that to her.
So who are we voting to kill?
You guys have to decide who's going to be put up on trial.
Number 3. I vote for number 3. Who else votes with me?
No one.
I vote number 1.
I vote number 1.
Number 1.
Oh!
With 3 declarations against her, Abigail is at risk of banishment this round. She has 30 seconds to convince the village why she shouldn't be banished.
She made us take off the masks. She didn't want us to hear her rustling around. I didn't say anything about the masks because I'm not a werewolf. I don't have to take it off that much.
Abigail, who would you like?
I always get targeted.
Abigail, who would you like to stand up on trial with you?
I welcome it, and I will not waste 30 seconds of your time. You already heard what I had to say. Vote for me, please.
Abigail and Faith, you are both on trial. So it now comes to the village. If you are voting for Abigail, reach in and put a jewel into your hand. If you are voting for Faith, reach in and put a stone in your hand. Once you have decided, put your hand out in front of you and reveal in 3, 2, 1. Abigail, you have been banished.
Typical.
Will you reveal to the village what your role is?
Werewolf. Nothing out of the dead people.
My strategy is to put all the attention onto Dillon and away from myself.
Here's the deal. I'm always targeted, regardless of what I do, so I may as well play it up.
Do you feel like you learned anything about yourself?
No, but I did achieve my goal of killing Dillon.
Okay, everyone, go to sleep. Werewolves, wake up. What is your strategy going into werewolf?
Try not to get caught and win. I don't have a strategy.
How many times have you played werewolf?
Countless.
Countless?
Countless.
That is not a number.
Well, my strategy is to come in and try to be low-key, and depending on my role, I will be even more low-key or more involved. I'm trying to stay under the radar for a little while, and then I can come out and start playing my game.
Honesty is the best policy, but people don't like to believe you in werewolf.
What if you're a werewolf? Is honesty the best policy then?
It can be. I think it can help throw people off.
So if someone asks if you're a werewolf, and you're a werewolf, you're supposed to say you are a werewolf?
No.
Cody, are you a werewolf?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Like yes.
Oh, I'm a villager.
No, actually tell me.
Oh, I'm a werewolf. I can be pretty sneaky with being a werewolf, and I'm afraid that some people are going to try to call me out, so I'm just going to try to be like I'm disappointed.
Okay.
What are you?
I'm not going to tell you.
You're not. That is very suspicious.
It is suspicious, but that's part of my strategy.
To be suspicious?
Yeah.
And bring attention to yourself?
Yeah.
So what actually are you?
I'm a werewolf. I'm so bad at this.
What is going to be your strategy as a werewolf?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said, I'm really bad at lying.
Bodyguard, wake up. Bodyguard, who would you like to save? What is your strategy going into werewolf?
Just be as chaotic as possible.
What if you're a villager?
Still.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What are you?
Villager. I run the bakery here, so
Oh, bakery.
I'm a pretty big part of the community.
So I know what your role is. So
Right.
You are a werewolf.
No, I'm a villager.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this.
You're a werewolf. I put the card in right now. What is...
Maybe you read it wrong?
No.
Maybe you wrote it wrong.
So what are you really?
A villager.
Just say what you actually are. What are you?
You told me not to.
No, this is... I'm not, what are you actually?
I'm a werewolf.
Everyone wake up. Preston, will you come here? You were killed in the middle of the night. Preston, will you please reveal to the village what your role was?
I was your villager.
Preston was a villager.
My wife over there has been really quiet this whole time, and she didn't vote for her fellow werewolf of Abigail.
Because I was questioning faith quite a bit. I'm still...
You want to get rid of me? That's suspicious.
You're suspicious.
Why would I put a
suspicious.
werewolf on trial?
I don't know. Your strategy to throw this stuff
That
off
seems
of
like
you?
a really bad strategy this early on in the game. I would like to say that I agree with you.
Unfortunately.
We have 2 votes for Taylor.
I vote for faith.
Okay, 1 vote for Faith.
You have to defend this village, guys. You can't just
I
sit
am
idly
defending
by
the village.
while we all get murdered.
I just think that's like weird. I wouldn't. If I was a werewolf, why would I want me to go up against another werewolf on a trial?
Your strategy?
To kind of go up against a fellow werewolf, to like kind of throw people off.
To like get people on your team like till the end, so that you like. But like that's too early in the game for me to like be like. I don't know. I agree that it was suspicious to get rid of.
Unless that was a super calculated move. But for now, I think you're.
I guess you're allowed to say anything, and what I'll say is this is my first time to play this game. So that would be an
So far, people in talks, we have Taylor and we have Faith. Well, then I think Taylor and Faith can both be on trial. Taylor, will you come here?
My case is that that's my husband, who always tries to kill me. So I'm not surprised that I'm up here because Cody thinks I'm quiet. Also, I went to a My Chemical Romance concert last night, so I'm really tired. So, was it good though? It was. It was. Good.
Faith?
Okay, my fear now is that she spent her time saying it was him, and so now I'm afraid we're both villagers. and he's actually the bad guy. So that's my argument, is like, don't choose me.
Don't choose me.
But like, now I'm scared that she's also just like
Okay, everyone, it has now come time for the village to decide. If you are voting for Faith, you want a jewel in your hand. If you are voting for Taylor, you want a stone in your hand. Everyone reach into your bag and place into your hand what you are wanting to cast your vote as. Three, 2, 1, reveal.
I'm really disappointed in all of you.
Taylor?
All of you here.
I am very sorry.
Thank you.
Would you like to reveal to the village what your role was?
No. I went wrong when Abigail was up on the block, and in the past, I would absolutely vote against my fellow werewolf to keep me in the game, and I thought, I'll do it differently this time, so I voted for Faith instead, and here I am. a ghost.
I was a werewolf, yes.
Holy crap!
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, you can.
Don't trust Cody Smith.
I'm 2 for 2.
Everyone,
Staring at the creepy house in front of me.
go to sleep.
And how many times have you played Werewolf?
0.
I played it once with you, and I know the game though. I mean, I've played like Among Us and stuff like that in the past. I'm familiar with it.
Like 50. No, probably like 30. I don't know. 30 is good. 31.
Very exact.
Usually my strategy is just kind of blending in. Maybe being a bit under the radar. People get kind of suspicious of that kind of activity, so.
So that is going to be the role you're playing as.
Got it.
Okay, werewolves, wake up. Werewolves, go to sleep. Okay, everyone, wake up. I would just like to report that in the middle of the night, the bodyguard did successfully save their target. Bodyguard, wake up. Who would you like to save? Bodyguard, go to sleep. Okay, everyone, wake up. I would just like to report that in the middle of the night, the bodyguard did successfully save their target.
Good job.
Wow.
Holy moly. I bet I got saved for sure.
Did you vote for Abigail?
I don't think so.
But the 2 werewolves who have been
Yeah, I think it's
banished. The two werewolves that have been banished, neither one you voted for.
Yes.
That isn't
You
it.
voted to save them both times.
I did. Absolutely.
You voted for the one who was the werewolf.
No, he didn't.
I don't know.
He did not. Sorry.
I do not know.
You saved the werewolf.
He voted to save the werewolf.
He doesn't remember.
I have no idea. Yeah. Yes.
He's been asleep.
To both of them. I've been asleep a lot. I'm chilling. I don't think so.
This is really hard for me now.
Yeah, like not having anybody die is like kind of, you don't really know who, because I was going fully off of just like, in the beginning it was easier for me because it's like, who knows each other.
Does anyone want to say us 3 will go together to put someone up on trial?
I nominate 9.
I nominate 5 because the vantage point, the sides get looking a little thin. So if you're looking, you need to focus on that area.
I'm good with 5. I'll second that.
I'm also
I've gotten 2 werewolves out.
You're saying 5?
I'm a little concerned about that.
Okay, Cody?
I've gotten 2 werewolves out.
Cody,
I think
Cody, you have 30 seconds to plead your case.
werewolves off?
When you want to win the game as a werewolf, you don't vote for werewolves. I've voted for both werewolves. They're now gone. You're welcome.
Cody, who would you like to put up on trial? Hayden?
I'm too gay to be a werewolf. I'm just a villager. We're running really low also. So I'm just chilling. I could have voted the werewolves off. I have no idea. I don't remember. But I'm not.
Cody, Hayden, it has come time for the village to decide. Everyone, inside of your bag, you will place a jewel in your hand if you are voting for Cody. You will place a stone in your hand if you are voting for Hayden. Once you are ready to cast your vote, please place your hand out in front of you. 3, 2, 1, reveal.
You're all dead.
Oh, wow.
Without me.
Cody, you've been banished. Would you like to reveal to the village what your role was?
Villager. I voted for 2 werewolves.
And then I was trying to catch people not voting for the werewolves. And somebody wasn't voting for the werewolves. And then I asked him about his voting record, and then he didn't know anything. And then somehow I got out. I got banished. I just got out 2 werewolves. Didn't make any sense, but people are really good at lying to you. Like my neighbor was a werewolf, and he was just placating me the whole time.
You got to maybe act like you're with the villagers and maybe kill a few werewolves just to get some trust. So you tell your people next to you who may not be werewolves or they're just villagers say, oh, trust me.
Werewolves, wake up.
How many times have you played werewolf?
I think we only played it once. I am gonna be great at it. I think I'm just gonna tell everyone I'm the bodyguard, even if I'm not.
What if the bodyguard says they're the bodyguard?
Then I'll like kill them.
And Kaylee, how many times have you played werewolf?
0.
So you can open the box and see your roll.
That seems legit.
Okay.
Am I just close it? Okay.
Are you a werewolf?
No.
Are you sure you're not a werewolf?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Really? Pretty sure? Or
I'm pretty
super sure?
My parents were werewolves, so like I'm pretty sure I'm not a werewolf.
What actually is your role?
I'm a bodyguard.
You're not. What's your actual role?
Villager.
What is your strategy being a villager?
To run. I have no idea.
I'm just gonna start just picking random people to vote out, even if they're my own village people.
Werewolves, who would you like to kill? Werewolves, go to sleep. Bodyguard, wake up. Bodyguard, who would you like to save? Bodyguard, go to sleep. Okay, everyone, wake up. Unfortunately, the bodyguard was not as successful this time around. You died.
Yes.
Kaylee, please come here. Kaylee, what were you?
Was a villager.
Kaylee was a villager.
This is rough.
Any ideas?
I'm going for Lori. She said thank God literally as soon as she got it.
Okay, that's good. I mean, if you want to, I'm not a werewolf, but that's fine.
Oh, Carolyn.
I feel like she. Who'd you say? If she said thank God.
We've got 2 for Lauren.
Would ruin her.
Anyone else wanting to?
Did she really say thank God when she got her?
Yeah, I was talking to her because she said, "Oh, thank goodness," and I was like, "Oh yeah, thank
I didn't
God."
hear her say it.
I'll be third.
Third, Lauren.
Whatever.
Lauren, you have 30 seconds to plead your case.
So the villagers are probably gonna lose now, because I'm a villager, and I don't really know how to do math, but yeah, I'm not a werewolf. So.
Who would you like to see up on trial with you?
Who's a really cool werewolf? I know. Are you a werewolf? Okay. Let's just vote Tim up here because he seems aggressive. And we're a couple, and like you're probably gonna sleep on the couch tonight.
Okay, Tim. 30 seconds.
I mean, I got nothing other than the fact that she started talking as soon as she got voted out.
Tim and Lauren, it has come time for the village to decide. So if you are voting for Lauren, you will put a jewel in your hand. If you are voting for Tim, you will put a stone in your hand. Once you are ready to cast your vote, you can stick your hand out in front of you. And you can reveal in 3, 2, 1. Lauren, would you like to reveal to the village what your role was?
I would love to. I'm a villager, so good luck.
Why did you talk?
I always talk.
Do you feel like you learned anything about yourself?
I can't trust my own fiance. I'm ending it right now. I can't get it off, or I would.
Everyone, go to sleep.
How many times have you played werewolf?
0.
Are you excited?
Yes, very much so.
I think you're already lying. What is your strategy going into werewolf?
I have no strategy because I don't know.
I don't have one. I'm winging it. That's my strategy.
Are you a werewolf?
Of course not.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You said you weren't good at lying, though.
Werewolves, go to sleep. Bodyguard, wake up. Bodyguard, who would you like to save? Bodyguard, go to sleep. Unfortunately, in the middle of the night, Candace, I'm sorry. Will you come here to the middle? Will you reveal to the village what your role was?
I was
villager.
I'm quiet and I sit in the corner and they ate me. I wish I was comfortable enough to get more competitive with people, but I feel like if you actually did this a few times, I might be a little bit more comfortable there because this was my first time playing.
I think that I'm gonna put 9 up because
You're wrong. Don't.
it's either, in my brain, it's either 9 or 14, or honestly, actually, I'm gonna go for 18 too. I may be putting 18 up because I think that it's interesting that a random person was kind of selected. Like Lauren was a little bit random of a choice, and it feels like a very easy.
Oh, she's my fiance.
It just feels like that even adds more to my confusion then, that like if it's your fiance.
I mean, everyone else is
It was just a very interesting set of people to put up there.
I will say 2 was very quick to second Lauren, like immediately whenever she was put up, and she hasn't talked the whole time. She was like right on the bat, like as soon as she was
That's
like
fair,
me
too.
too, like immediate.
I've been trusting you the entire time.
No, I feel very nervous that this could be our last round, so I'm just trying to get some clarity.
I will remind you that if the village does banish someone incorrectly this round, they lose, and the werewolves will win.
And if you put me up, you will lose. I promise you.
Alright.
It's very, very easy.
People have to go up that haven't been put up yet.
But then it's just gonna be kind of like a.
Because like the people we put up with haven't actually been voted out or whatever. We feel pretty confident they're safe.
Yeah.
There's people here that haven't been talked
That
about
are
at
just
all.
kicking.
That's what I'm saying too. Was like hasn't said nothing, and he was like so fast, and now there's 21.
It's just she's played a lot, so I figured that he would
So
put
get
her
the
in a
experience one
common,
out. You know what I mean?
Why'd you pick 14?
I don't know. I was looking at the people who voted Stone, which was Lauren, and so I think initially my thought was that you're very confusing. I feel like he's probably good at this game, and my original thought was that the people who held up a stone, because Lauren's the only one that kind of made sense a little bit at first. That's what my argument was. And him being thrown in was a little random. And I just think if you defended him, it seems very like defending a werewolf, because everybody else put a jewel. It was like almost unanimous that Lauren got voted. So as a villager, we must have been catching on to something that felt right. So the only people that put a stone were 9, 14, and then 18 was the one who put her like up there, and then 16 also seconded. So she seconded and she thirded, I think.
I'm not that bright. I promise you. I am just a villager. I'm not catching on that much. I promise you.
It was a lot of jewels. So if you're a villager, we all must have thought Lauren was okay for a reason.
Based on the fact she started talking immediately after she got voted. Because like she was quiet through every other voting round.
Maybe I have that backwards. I don't know.
Is anyone else going to talk about 2 and 21? I just
One of the
Alright.
quieter people. I don't want to make accusations willy-nilly, and if I don't feel like I have enough information, or it's like, oh, he said something. It's like, that might not be enough information for me to be like, I'm going to accuse you and boot you out of the village.
It's been a very long game though already.
I'm voting 9. I just feel like getting emotional. I'm clueless. I have no idea.
So we have 2 for 9.
Vote for me.
I'm sorry. I don't know who else to say.
That's fine.
Are you 3 on 9?
Yeah. I'm tired also. I'm also exhausted. I get it. You're fine.
You're exhausted? No. Are you not enjoying it?
No, I'm not enjoying it.
Oh, no, I heard you. You have 30 seconds?
I'm just saying. They haven't said anything. I am just a villager. The game's almost over. It will be. I promise. I promise you. Specifically, it will be over. They all know. They all know. Everyone knows. That's the game's about to be done.
I don't know.
So, you should. Thanks.
Hayden, who would you like to put up on trial with you?
This is our last round.
Carolyn, you have 30 seconds to plead your case.
I believe him now too.
I'm a villager, so I don't really know what to say.
We're good. I think we just lost.
We lost our game.
So if you are voting for Hayden, put a jewel in your hand. If you are voting for Carolyn, put a stone in your hand. Stick your hand out once you're ready to cast your vote. 3, 2, 1, reveal your vote. Carolyn? I'm sorry. Hayden, I'm going to have you sit down. Carolyn, will you please reveal?
The villager.
So at this point, we know that the werewolves have won. Okay? So one at a time, I'm going to bring the remaining players up, and you all will find out who the werewolves are. Remind me of your role.
I was a werewolf.
I was a villager.
I was a werewolf.
Werewolf.
Villager.
And how did you do?
I thought I survived till the end, so that was good.
How did the villagers do?
Oh, awful. It was terrible.
So I kind of just sat back and waited. And then after every round, I was just like, turned to the people next to me and was like, how many people do we have left? And then so nobody suspected me because they're like, who's this girl who doesn't know what's going on?
I think I tend to be quieter. Like I was expecting, like my game plan, I was like, I'm gonna be quiet at the beginning and then like go, like participate more. And then I was just kind of like, I don't know what's happening. I'll just like, I didn't want to draw attention to myself, but I was expecting to like participate a little bit more in the discussion. So I think maybe, I don't know, I tend to just kind of be quiet and observe.
What was your favorite part?
Probably just how like emotional I felt. Like I was like, whenever I was like being like up for like trial, I didn't think I was gonna get like as into it as I did to defend myself as much as I wanted to. That was fun.
What do you feel like was the key to the werewolf's success?
Confusion. Just confusing the crap out of the regular players.
And all the villagers were kind of the loud ones, and so they were easy to target, and we were easy to get them out.
I mean, I did what I said I was gonna do, just try not to get caught. And it worked.
What do you feel like you learned about yourself?
I think I'm trustworthy, which is funny because in the beginning of this, I talked about how everybody always thinks I'm a werewolf. And they did, technically, but I was able to speak in a way that was trustworthy, I guess.
Do you feel like you learned anything about yourself?
No. It was just fun.
Thank you guys so much for being part of this what I hope is an amazing project. I don't know, we'll see when I start editing it. Thank you guys so very much. I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, you all are awesome.
I want a round two.
I want a rematch. And congratulations to the werewolves.
Oh, Megan, before you go.
Yes.
Can you give me your best wolf growl?
Grr, arg.
Alright, I think I can do this for you.
Wow.
Yes, are you ready? That's pretty good.
Grr. Absolutely not. That's horrible. Why are you asking for this roar? I don't know how to growl. Growl.
Will you wolf growl first and then I'll wolf growl?
Seriously?
Seriously.
I feel like I need to put my hands up.
Okay, that's fine.
Growl.
How does a wolf growl?
You tell me. You're a werewolf.
I mean, I know they howl, you know.
I know. That was pretty good.
Growl? Wait.
Can I have you do your best wolf growl?
Okay. Think.
My best wolf growl? That's it. Rawr.
Sure. Roar. That's the best I got.
I'll take it. Apparently word is spreading through what I'm asking people.
To like growl.
Can you give me your best wolf growl? Eclipse-stricken dawn, bring the werewolf growl to this home.
I don't want to do that, but
Should I like turn? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, ready? Rah! Like that?
Perfect.